Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, YAHAWAH, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man. Sons of the living power. Sons of the living power. Ecclesiastes 17 and verse 1. The Lord created man of the earth and turned him into it again. He gave them few days in a short time, and power also over the things therein. He endued them with strength by themselves, and made them according to his image, and put the fear of man upon all flesh, and gave him dominion over beasts and fowls. They received the use of the 5 operations of the Lord. Right. And those 5 operations is known as the 5 senses, which is vision, hearing, touch, smell, and taste. And what does it say? In the 6th place, he imparted them understanding. And in the 7th, speech, and an interpreter of the cogitations thereof. Right. So the sons of the living power, Yahweh, he gave them understanding the speech of his laws, statutes, commandments, and judgments. Okay? I believe that's in Psalms 147, verse 19 and 20. He showed his laws and statutes to Jacob. He have not done so with any other nation. Verse 6 says, counsel and a tongue and eyes, ears and a heart gave he them to understand. Right. Because although you have the 5 operations, you don't necessarily have the eyes to hear and the what? The heart to understand, unless you are, touched by the Spirit, unless the Most High impart the Holy Spirit on you to get this. Okay? You could have all of the 5 operations, but still not fully grasp and understand this truth if you haven't been imparted with this wisdom by the Holy Spirit through Yahweh Shai, through Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? So it says, verse 5, they received the use of the 5 operations of the Lord. And in the 6th place, he imparted them understanding. And in the 7th, speech, and an interpreter of the cogitations thereof. 6, counsel and a tongue and eyes, ears and a heart gave he them to understand. Right, spiritually. 7, with all he filled them with the knowledge of understanding and showed them good and evil. Right, and that's what we were speaking of in Psalms 147 and 19 and 20th verse. 8 says, he sent his eye upon their heart that he might show them the greatness of his work. Right. So you have to be, chosen. You have to be elected to receive this. Okay. Because not just being, part of, the 12 tribes is everybody going to get this. No, you have to be chosen from the beginning. Okay. To have this wisdom imparted on you. So it says, he set his eye upon their hearts, that he might show them the greatness of his works. 9, he gave them glory in his marvelous acts forever, that they might declare his works with understanding. 10, and the elect shall praise his holy name. Okay, this is the elect. They shall praise his holy name because they were imparted with it. They were imparted with his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay. Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for an heritage. Okay. He made an everlasting covenant with them and showed them his judgments. These are the sons of God, the sons of the living power. Okay. Yasharallah. Okay. So let's go and read and get that in Psalms 147, how he imparted his wisdom and knowledge onto Yasharallah, which is Israel. Okay, this is Psalms 147 in verse 19. And it reads, He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh. Right. So no other nation, which are the sons of men, have not known these laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High imparted on the sons of the living power, Yahweh, which is Jacob, Israel, okay? So he separated the sons of man from the sons of God, okay? And then you have the sons of the wicked, which is also known as Esau, Edom, okay? So the sons of the man, which is the regular nations, sons of the wicked, which is Esau, Edom, and then you have sons of the God, which is Yahweh, which are the Israelites. Jacob, who changed his name after wrestling with the angel to Yasharallah, okay? Prince of the power, okay? Now this is Romans 8, and we're going to start from the top at verse 1, and it reads, There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Christ Yahawashi, or Hamashiach Yahawashi, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For the law of the Spirit of life in Yahawashi have made me free from the law of sin and death. For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, the Most High sent his Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh. Right. So through Yahawashi, presenting his body as the ultimate sacrifice, he did away with sin because he defeated death on the cross. Okay? And that was for the sons of the Most High, Yasharallah, Jacob, Israel. For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, the Most High sent his own Son, his only begotten Son, Yahawashi, in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh. Okay, he defeated sin. He defeated death. Okay, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. Right. So when Yahawashi, died on the cross and he presented his body, as that ultimate sacrifice, what he essentially did was he joined back together the house of Israel and the house of Jacob as one, and he allowed us to come back into the Father, because before we were cast off, we were looked at as, heathen, Gentiles, because we went and we started, worshiping other idols, and we went off, and the Most High scattered us throughout the four corners of the earth, okay? And we were considered as Gentiles, okay? And he sent his only begotten Son, Yahawashi, to bring us back into the fold. So now that we could be accepted back into the fold through Yahawashi, sacrificing his body, his life on the cross for us, now we are back. Those of us who are of the elect, the sons of the Most High, now we have a way back to the Father through Yahawashi. Okay, and verse 4 says, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. Right, and that's why it tells us in St. John, the 4th chapter, the 24th verse, and I believe it says, let's go there and read it. This is St. John 4, and we're going to go down to verse 24. And this is Yahawashi speaking. And he says, the Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. And this is how you worship him in truth, through this word, through these truth, being these laws, statutes, commandments, and judgments that he gave us to keep while we are here on earth to the best of our abilities, okay? This book here is spiritual, okay? And this is how you worship the Most High in spirit through this truth. Going back to Romans 8 and 5, it says, "For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit." And those of us who are aware and know that we are the sons of the living power of the Most High, we do things after the spirit because we seek to please the Most High through the spirit, okay? It says, "Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be." Right, because when you in that carnal mind, you're not looking to please the Most High. You're looking to do whatever that the world is put in front of you to keep you from serving the Most High in the truth, which is the spirit. You're not looking to please the Most High. So it says 8, "So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High." That's why we read in St. John, the 4th chapter, the 24th verse, where Yahawaah said, "The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth." So you can't worship the Most High with a carnal mind. It is enmity. And when you go into that word enmity, it means what? Let's go there and look it up.
Strong's G 2189. Echthra. Echthra.
Echthra. And it says enmity, cause of enmity. And you look up the root word. From
Strong's G 2190. Echthras. Echthras.
Echthras. And it says from primary ectho to hate, hateful. And then you go to the outline of biblical usage: hated, odious, hateful, hostile, hated, and opposing another, use of men as at enmity with the Most High by their sin. So you can't worship the Most High in sin, okay? Opposing the Most High in the mind, a man that is hostile, a certain enemy, the hostile one, the devil, who is the most bitter enemy of the divine government. Okay, so when you have that carnal mind, and enmity is going against the Most High. It's in a sinful state. Okay, you can't serve the Most High in a sinful mind. Okay, and you're not going to be able to really combat that sinful mind without having, without having the advocate and the propitiation of Yahawaah, okay? Because through him, we were allowed to come back to serve the Most High. Those of us that were called from the beginning, who are the elect, the sons of the Most High. So going back, and it reads, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace, because the carnal mind is enmity. That's all it is. It's complete full of sin against the Most High. It wants to, do the opposite, okay? That's why we have to continue to fight in this flesh daily. For it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be, right? Because we in this sinful flesh, we're going to go off. But we know through the blood of Yahawaah that we're not sinning willfully, that we trying to work on ourselves and, better ourselves every day through the Spirit, okay? So then, 8, so then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. 9, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit. That's right. And you're not going to be able to get in the Spirit unless you're in this truth, in this word, okay? It says, if so be that the Spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the Spirit of Hamashiach, he is none of his. Right. So you have to put on the Spirit of the Most of Yahawaah, Hamashiach, who sought to please the Most High. And if Yahawaah Hamashiach be in you, the body is dead because of sin. But the spirit is life because of righteousness. Right. So the body is dead because now you are putting on the ways of Yahawashi, and you walking after Yahawashi. And yes, Yahawashi did keep the commandments. Although your pastors and your bishops, they like to tell you that you can go off and, be covered under the grace and the mercy of, they call him Jesus. But no, Yahawashi kept the commandments, okay? And he told us that in Matthew the 5th chapter and the 17th verse. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill, okay? So he was very aware of keeping the commandments, okay? And he did it perfectly. That's why we were allowed to, be drawn back into the Most High through Yahawashi, because he kept them. In the sinful flesh, he defeated death. Verse 9 says, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. If so be that the spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the spirit of Yahawashi HaMashiach, he is none of his. Right, so if you don't have the spirit, then you're not of Yahawashi. Okay, you're not of the Son of the Most High. Okay. Verse 10, and if Yahawashi be in you, the body is dead because of sin. But the spirit is life because of righteousness. 11. But if the spirit of him that raised up Yahawashi from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up Yahawashi HaMashiach from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by the spirit that dwelleth in you. Right. And that's why we read, it's the spirit that profited. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. Okay. Verse 11 says, but if the spirit of him that raised up Yahawashi from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up Hamashiach from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwelleth in you. And I believe that's in John 8. This is St. John 6 and 63. It says, it is the spirit that quickeneth, okay? The flesh profiteth nothing, right? The flesh is dead, man. Once you put on Yahawashi, the flesh doesn't profit nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life, right? So that's how we follow after Yahawashi, because we listen to the words that he's speaking to us and he give us his spirit through this truth, okay? So it says, it is the spirit that quickeneth, okay? The spirit profiteth. The flesh profiteth nothing, right? You're not going to get nothing with having this cardinal mind except for enmity, okay? Just sin. He goes on, this is Yahawashi, and he says, the words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. And that's how you're going to live. You're going to live through righteousness, through the life, through Yahawashi. So going back to Romans 8 and 10, it says, and if Yahawashi and if Hamashiach be in you, the body is dead because of sin. Right. But the spirit is life, because of righteousness. The spirit profiteth, it quickeneth. But if the spirit of him that raised up Yahawashi from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up Yahawashi HaMashiach from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by the spirit that dwelleth in you. 12. Therefore, brethren, we are debtors not to the flesh to live after the flesh. Right. So we're not debt and to live after the flesh. But what? For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. Right. So if you continue to have that cardinal mind full of enmity, you should die. That's why you have to put off, that carnality. But if you through the spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. For as many as led by the spirit of the Most High, they are the sons of the Most High. Okay? And that's what we looking to be, sons of the Most High. okay? Those of us who are chosen, who are of the elect, okay? We're looking to keep this spirit on and endure to the end, okay? Speaking of the elect, the 144,000, the 1/3, the innumerable number, okay? We're looking to be sons of the Most High, okay? And we have to put on the spirit. We have to take and put off that carnal mind full of enmity. So it says, therefore, brethren, we are debtors, not to the flesh, to live after the flesh. For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. So if you continue to live in that carnality mindset, you're going to die in it. It says 13, but if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. For as many as are led by the Spirit of the Most High, they are the sons of the Most High. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High, okay? So the Spirit, this book is spiritual, and it bears witness. It bears what? It bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. When you go into the curses and you look at the curses, you see that those curses fit the children of the Most High. Excuse me. You see the prophecies that are being, fulfilled right here in real time, You see everything that this book is spoken of is none other than directed to the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? Majority of them are here in the Western Hemisphere, and then you have more scattered throughout the four corners of the earth who look like the other nations, pursuant to Deuteronomy's the 28th chapter, that we should be scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. So we're going to look like the other nations, but through the patrilineal lineage, we do go back to the Hebrew Israelites. And you have some here on, Babylon's soil, and just also in the Western Hemisphere that look like the other nations too, but they go back to the Hebrew Israelites, okay? So this is the book. If the Spirit bear witness, then you are the sons of the living power, the Most High, YAHAWAH, okay? So it says 16, the Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. And if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with YAHAWAH HaMashiach, right? So we're joining heirs with YAHAWAH, because that's exactly why he came back, to join the northern and the southern kingdom together, okay? We were scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth, pursuant to the curses, because we what? We broke the law, statute, commandments, and judgments, okay? Not that keeping them is going to deliver us, because we know it's not. All our works is as a what? As a filthy rag. This is Isaiah 64 and 6. It says, but we are all as unclean thing, and all our righteousness are as filthy rags, and we all do fade as a leaf, and our iniquities, like the wind, have taken us away. So we know that our righteousness is not going to deliver us. This is as a filthy rag, okay? It's only through the faith that we have through YAHAWAH that we believe that we should be delivered, okay? Verse, where was we at? Excuse me. 18 says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Right. So the sufferings that we're going through right now is not going to be compared to the glory that we're going to receive once we get that salvation and that deliverance. Okay. And it tells us that what? I believe that's in 1 John. 5 and 3, it says, for this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. So they're not grievous to those of us who are of the elect. This is nothing to us. We like pleasing the Most High, okay? For waking us up out of this sleep, this deep slumber that we were in, and allowing us to, come into the truth and find out and have this man be exposed for who he is, and seeing that the kingdom is right here at our front door. This is not grievous for us, okay? We're waiting, we're holding on to that, that faith, and we waiting to be delivered out of this, captivity. So it's not grievous to us. And that's why in Romans, what we read, it said that what? For I reckon, 18, that the suffering of the present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who hath subject the same in hope. Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High. Right, and we are those creatures, We're waiting to be delivered from the bondage, of the corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High. And when we get those, glorified bodies, we're going to, be the children of the Most High. We're not going to sin anymore. We're going to have the covenant. We're going to be in a new covenant. We're going to have the law, statute, commandments, and judgments programmed into our hearts, our minds, and we're not going to go off anymore. We're not going to sin ever again, okay? 22 says, for we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. 23, and not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit. Right, so we praying that we were of the first fruits. We were there when YAHAWAH created the earth, the heavens, okay? When Yahweh gave him commandments and he created the earths and the heavens, we are praying that we were part of those first fruits, that we were there with him, okay? And now we're back here in these latter times, in this last heathen rulership, and we're waiting to be glorified and delivered through him, okay? And it says, and not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. And we know who the adoption was given to, okay? No, nobody else but other than the Israelites. 24, for we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doeth he yet hope for? Right, and that's the whole thing. If you can see it, then why would you hope? This is the thing. When you have to believe without seeing, that's the whole thing, that we are having hope. We are hope, prisoners of hope, okay? We don't see it, but we know YAHAWAH is coming back to deliver us, because he left us signs that we can look for, okay? 25, but if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it. Right, and that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting to see the, miraculous deliverance that's going to make coming out of Egypt look like, nothing compared to this deliverance, this exodus that's going to be coming out of this modern day Egypt, which is, Babylon the Great, which is America. Okay, this deliverance is going to be talked about throughout the whole earth forever, okay? Because how he's coming back to deliver us this time is going to be miraculous. It's going to be marvelous. He's coming back with the chariots, the angels, okay? And he's putting these other nations in subjectivity, slavery, all right? So, sons of the Most High, okay? We are waiting for that glory, okay? So let's close out with 1 Peter 5 and 8. And it reads, be sober, be vigilant, Okay, we continue to be sober and be vigilant. We have hope. Okay, while other people say, you know, they've been saying the same thing for years and years. No, we have hope that we are in these last days and we're going to see, excuse me, we're going to see the deliverance in our lifetime. Okay, and we strongly believe that. Okay, so we continue to be sober and be vigilant, and we're not going to be, tossed to and fro. All right, we believe that Yahweh Shai is coming back, and we're going to see him in our lifetime. Excuse me, and that we're going to be delivered if we are of the elect, the sons of the living power, Yahweh. Okay, and under the sons of the living power, you have the rest of the nation that's going to be delivered. Okay, the 1/3, the innumerable numbers. Okay, that consists of the women and children. All right. So we are continuing to stay in this truth and have hope all the way up until the end. So be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Excuse me. And he wants to take that hope away from you by any means necessary. All right. So that's why it's your job to continue to be sober and be vigilant in this truth. All right. That no man take your crown. All right. So you can be, part of that number when you get that deliverance, that salvation, and, escape from the perils of the judgment that's coming to this place, Babylon the Great, which is America. All right. You want to be part of that glorified deliverance that give you that new body. All right. So continue to fight and be sober. All right. So sons of the living power, sons of the Most High, Yahawah Bahashim Yahweh Shai, keep going, all right? And until the next time, I pray someone was edified. And if it be the Lord's will, until the next time, see you, stay strong, stay in the faith. And remember, we almost home. Shalom.